Perfect.
Hey, what is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Tyler, and I am finally back with another Let's Play World of Warcraft, The Burning Crusade. This is episode 38, and as you can see here, we're starting off still in Zangarmarsh. We are just about, I'd say, a fifth of the way into level 64, so this episode, similar to last episode, I will be leveling entirely from 63 to 64. We're going to be spending most of our time, probably about 99% of our time in Zangarmarsh. There is a short, brief little intermission of me being in Hellfire Peninsula, but I'm not actually doing any quests there. You'll see. You guys know the difference between Hellfire Peninsula and Zangarmarsh. So we're starting off this episode questing around the Dead Mire. We had a couple quests, one to go kill Sporewing, another to find Scout Jobia, and then he had a follow-up to find his scouting report from one of the withered giants there in the Dead Mire. So we're back here at Swamp Rat Post, turning all those quests in, and now, boom, boom, boom. Just like last episode, we are cutting away. Very, very limited in terms of the editing, very bare bones. No real transitions. We're just going to be cutting back and forth between all of Zangarmarsh. So I'll try my best to kind of narrate what's happening as you're watching, but you don't really need me to do that, right? I think most people who at this point watch or want to watch TBC Let's Plays have kind of already experienced most of the questing in the Outland zones. I mean, it's been the same exact quests for the last, I don't know, 15 years. Is that how long TBC has been out? Since like 2006, 2007? That's kind of crazy to think about, right? But we do have to go around to the 4 different steam pumps around Zangarmarsh, around the lakes, and use the Ironvine seeds on them. And at the same time, we need to kill enough of the Naga here, the Bloodscale Naga, for their claws for another quest that we had in Unwelcome Guest. But this is going to be an interesting fight right here. We do have the quest Leader of the Bloodscale, which we get from a wanted poster in Cenarian Hold or Cenarian Outpost. I can't remember what it is, but we have to come over here and kill Rajesh Fiash, and I totally butchered that name, but the leader of the Bloodscale is pretty much a Frost Mage. She has 3 main abilities, one of which she spams is Frostbolt, as you can see here. Another is Water Spout, and the last is Freezing Circle. But speeding this up 3 times, I don't really get enough time to narrate the entire fight. But as you can see, if you wanted to go back and slow it down, I got to about 0% health. I had 6 health remaining at one point. 6 health out of 3,816. So we did get extremely low, but we did manage to solo her, which is, I would say, quite an impressive feat for a Shadow Priest of the same level as the elite mob. I think she was either 63 or 64. But we're over here at a different lake control steam pump that we need to use the Ironvine seeds on. But after we finish with that, there is another leader, and this time it's the leader of the Dark Crest, another level 63, 64 elite Naga that we have to kill. And as opposed to fighting, the first leader of the Bloodscale was sort of like a caster, almost a Frost Mage. The leader of the Dark Crest, Hag Hazed, as you can see his name, Raja Hag Hazed, is more of just a straight up warrior. He has a 2-hander. He has he's using his bare knucks to beat the living shit out of me. But level 63 elite, a lot of health, 22k health is a lot of health. But I am able to solo him a bit easier, I would say, than the Frost Mage. And you see I had to pop a health pot there. But the most damage I think I took from any one ability was my own ability, was my own Shadow Word Death, which I used at very inopportune times in both fights. If you wanted to go back and watch both of those fights happen in glorious 3 times speed over again, I did pop Shadow Word Death a couple times, and it hurts when you don't kill off the enemy with Shadow Word Death. It does about 800 to 900 damage to you. However much damage you did to the opponent, it does to you if it doesn't actually kill the opponent, is what the ability does. So now we're just killing more Naga. That's basically what most of this episode is. Kill a Naga, and killing more Naga and killing more Naga. So we're back in Zabrajin. We can turn in a few quests, pick up a few quests, pick up a lot of quests. There are a lot of quests to do here. This is the second big Horde questing hub in the zone. There's really only, I would say there's 3 quest hubs in Zangarmarsh. I don't know if I touched on this last episode. I'm probably going to be repeating a lot of the same stuff. But before I get into the quest hubs, let me slow the video down here and show you guys a little bit of PvP. This happened such a long time ago, but it was really funny how this ended up happening. I basically gave this hunter the opener, and he still isn't able to kill me. He is obviously a Beastmaster hunter with a bear pet, not a Ravager. If he had a ferocity pet instead of a tenacity pet, he probably would have killed me. The health pot there saved my life. Unashamed to use a health pot because, you know, it's a PvP situation. You're going to do everything you can to stay alive. Immediately, the hunter started with Bestial Wrath, so I wasn't able, my Psychic Scream was basically ineffective. And the hunter's use of Intimidation was very good, I'd say. 3-second stun almost caused me to die near the end, but I did health pot and ended up killing him with Shadow Word Death, and it didn't actually hurt me, do any damage to me, because, as I said, if you kill your opponent while using Shadow Word Death, it doesn't actually deal any damage to you. So a little bit of backstory. You guys won't see it because I wasn't recording it at the time. I only started recording after this hunter kept coming up to me and trying to, I don't know, fight me. He wanted to fight me. He wanted to 1v1 me. He was 1 level higher than me. And hunters should probably be able to 1v1 a priest pretty easily. But this hunter, I don't know, it's just not very good. So in Hellfire Peninsula, there are the 3 PvP zone. I don't even know if you call them zones. There's the 3 little PvP buildings. There's the Outlook, the Stadium, and Broken Hill, I think, is the last one. So I was doing the daily quest, Hellfire Fortifications, so I can get more marks of Trol'kalar to be able to buy a couple things in Zangarmarsh. Actually, the Horde Field Scout sells you items with that cost marks of Trol'kalar that you can only get in Hellfire Peninsula by doing the daily and by getting an honorable kill. 1 honorable kill at any of those 3 PvP hubs that I mentioned before also grants you 1 mark of Trol'kalar. So I encountered him at Broken Hill. I didn't really want to fight. I don't know why. I never make the opening move in terms of PvP. I don't know why. I just don't. Call me a pussy. Call me whatever you want. I just am like more. I'm more of a pacifist when it comes to world PvP. So he sent his pet after me while I was at Broken Hill, and I killed his pet pretty quickly, pretty easily, but he wasn't attacking me himself, so then I kind of chased him out of Broken Hill towards, I think, the Outlook. So then I went to Stadium. He showed up. The Dwarf Hunter showed up at the Stadium, and I typed slash shoo, SHOO, which means, like, it says, "Shoo, pest, get out of here. Be gone, pest. Be gone from my area, my immediate area." And then he started attacking me, so I said, you know what, fine, I'll kill you. I killed him. He came back with a level 70 and ganked me once, and then I said, like, in World Chat, hey, this little baby is is ganking me. Can somebody help? 3 other Horde 70s showed up, and I feel bad because I wasn't recording any of this, but 3 other 70 Hordes showed up, and we killed him over and over and over again. He killed me like 1 or 2 more times because obviously I'm like a lowbie, and he was a fully decked out level 70 Night Elf Hunter, leveling another Dwarf Hunter for some reason. I don't know why, but he was a big baby. He lost to me 1v1. He fighted me. He lost to me 1v1, and then instead of being a manning up and being like, all right, I lost, it's over, he came back with a 70s to show me who's boss. But in the end, me and like 3 other 70s kept camping his corpse for like an hour, and it was a lot of fun, but I didn't record any of it. So believe me, if you want to or not, I don't really care. We're pretty much done with the quest Warm Welcome now, and I will head over to, I forget what the sub-zone is called in Zangarmarsh. Give me like 5 seconds and we'll figure it out at the same time pretty much. I think it's called the Quagmire. Nope, it's called Fungor Cavern. It's called Fungor Cavern. So we're coming over here. We have to help the Sporelocks. The Sporelocks are in trouble. We're saving the Sporelocks. We have to kill 10 Marsh Lurkers, 10 Marsh Dredgers, and then inside, there's two more quests to do. A Damp Dark Place, we need to find Ikean's belongings. I don't know how you pronounce his name. I can't really read. My eyesight's not the best. But we're gonna find this broken Draenei's belongings, and I say broken because that's like the subrace of the Draenei, are the broken. So he's a broken. We have to find his belongings here, but then there is a wanted. I don't even know if it's a wanted quest. It's a group. It's marked as a group quest, but you don't really need to be in a group to do this quest. We have to go kill Lord Clack. You can see him right down at the bottom there of the cavern. He's not an elite. He only has about 4,700 health. He's flanked by 2 other mobs. Maybe that's why they marked it as a group quest, but if you attack those mobs, he doesn't actually pull with the other mobs. He pulls separately. So you can attack his 2 quote-unquote bodyguards before you attack Lord Clack, which is a hilarious name, by the way. A+ name. But you can kill him pretty easily as a solo, which I do. So here's the belongings. They're on this rock in here. Just find them, loot them, and there it is. Easy quest, easy life. So Sporlock is a reputation that you start out, I want to say unfriendly with, not hostile, because they don't attack you, but definitely unfriendly. So you have to work your way from that to neutral, and then from neutral to friendly, honored, etc., etc. I won't be doing any kind of sort of reputation grinding as far as that goes in TBC on this character anyway, to the point of like trying to get exalted with the money. I'll probably be gaining a ton of reputation just by questing throughout all the zones. Like I pretty much did every quest I could do in Hellfire Peninsula except the group quests. Like there's like 3 or 4 group quests that I kept trying to do solo and I just was not able to. They were just way too hard. The mobs either had way too much health or I would run out of mana trying to kill them. Like I found a rare mob, Mechthorg the Wild, if that's how you pronounce it. Just a random rare spawn orc who had 51,000 health. Now, he didn't really do too much damage. Like, if I had double the mana pool, I probably could have killed him. But I got him to about 20% health, and at that point, I'm low on mana. I can't keep constantly shielding myself or even healing myself, because if I wanted to heal myself, it would pull me out of shadow form. And it takes way too much mana to heal and then to pop back into shadow form. So, it's just not able to kill any of the rare spawns in any of the zones just because they have way too much health. Not necessarily because they deal too much damage, because they're not technically elites. They don't deal so much damage as elites do. They just have a shit ton of health, so it's really hard to kill them. But we are now over in Feralfin Village. Excuse me. We needed to gather up some Feralfin protection totems. Now I'm mostly going to be killing the mystics here and the druids. You can kill the hunters if you want. The hunters are kind of annoying though, because you have to kill them plus their pet. Their pet doesn't automatically despawn once you kill the hunter, as opposed to killing other types of NPCs that have pets. So like a warlock mob, if you kill the warlock, most of the time the pet will despawn because it's kind of tethered to the warlock NPC. But in this case, the hunter pet persists after its death. So I wanted to not attack the hunters and take the easy way out and just kill druids and mystics and etc, etc, etc. So the follow-up to this quest that I think I do later on in the episode in about a couple minutes actually leads me to getting a markedly better upgrade of a trinket. So I'll talk about that when I get to it. But at the moment, I really only have 2 good offensive trinkets. One of them increases my spell power by, I think, 26 or 29. The other one, which has it does have an equip effect, but it also has an on-use ability, which is like decent, but the cooldown for the trinket is 15 minutes, which is absolutely ridiculous. So it's like plus 12 spell power equip effect, and then the on-use effect is like your spell's mana cost is reduced by 100 every single spell for like 10 seconds. So it's pretty useful, but you can only use it once every 15 minutes, which is like the most ridiculous cooldown timer of any trinket I've ever seen. 15 minutes for that is not worth it. 5 minutes is pushing it, but I would say 5 minutes is a good cooldown for that kind of trinket. But 15 minutes is ridiculous. Even 10 minutes is better, but 15 minutes, oh my god. I'll stop with the tangent of like 15 minutes. So we're underwater now. We are killing Finclaw Thrashers. There is a follow-up to this quest as well, which I will do. You will see later on in the episode. But yeah, most of these quests are just, hey, go kill 10 mobs. Go kill 20 mobs. Go kill 30 mobs, because it's the best way, I guess, Blizzard figured out to help you level up, is grinding mobs. And then once you're done grinding those mobs, hey, guess what? You get another big chunk of experience as the quest reward for grinding out all those mobs. At one point in time, you can see on the screen just now, I decided, hey, let's level up my dagger skill, because it was at like pretty much 0. And then after I got to about like 30 or so, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna level up my dagger skill. If I have to melee a mob, I would just rather wand them. It's much more efficient, and there's way more DPS than trying to melee a mob, especially because, you know, I'm a caster. You don't have to melee, really. If you have to do anything like that, you're in trouble. I alt-tabbed right there. You guys might have missed it. I don't know. I drew attention to it. I thought I had edited it out, but I guess I didn't. So maybe I'll edit it out in post, or maybe I'll leave it. You know what? This video series, the TBC series, is just so poorly recorded and made and edited at this point. I'm just kind of like washing my hands of this. So here we go. We have to summon this Ferelfin Serpent Spirit with the totem we get, and we kill a spirit ally, question mark, but it's not really an ally. He was aggro to us, so we had to put it down for some reason. And then this is Magresh, the follow-up to the Finclaw Thrasher quest. And then we have boss Grom'Gol, a big, dumb, stupid ogre. And we killed him. And then we have to loot his head. So the Angrogosh ogres, I'm an ogre. Ogres are like onions. They have layers. You had to loot his head before he despawns, and then we come over here, and here's Trol'kalar, another quest mob to kill. And you don't technically have to loot him, so I don't. I just leave. I just kill him and leave. And there's the Ancient Crystal Talisman I get. It's a pretty good trinket. Only has a 2-minute cooldown. Way better than 15 minutes, am I right? So that's pretty much going to be the end of this episode. Like I said, quality isn't the best, but it is what it is. We did ding at some point. I think I missed it. We are 64 now. I put my next talent point into wand specialization again. 10% more damage with wands. But that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. I appreciate you. And until next time, as always, I hope y'all stay classy. And peace out.